electric costs, that, and they also put up 3 windmills. The 2 here, with you can see the round cowling, those are the private windmills. When everything's running like it's supposed to, the goal is to offset 40% of our electric bill for the facility across the road. I'm not sure where, this is anaerobic digestion, microbial anaerobic digestion, and it's really very simple. The big tank is where you collect the methane, and that is basically a 750,000 gallon cow's stomach. That's how simple it is. That's the biology that we try to maintain. You're around 100 degrees, which is the body temperature of a cow. That's really all we're doing. As we take in both solids and liquids, everything first goes into the small tank on the right. That is where the acid-producing microbes attach themselves to the volatile fatty acids in the food, whatever they can digest. They absorb that and they put off an acid. We then do biology daily to find the acid levels, basically the food levels. And then that is dosed in. Right now, we've been at about 21,000 gallons a day is what we dose in. And then in the digester itself, predominantly we have the methogens, then eat the acid and put off methane. We collect the methane and run the generator. It's really that simple. It isn't that simple in a lot of ways, but that's what we're doing. My job is to maintain a healthy environment and feedstock. We have to test everything that comes in before it comes in, because there's just a lot of things that will kill the bugs. Just like there's a lot of foods that animals can't eat. Basically, if a dog can eat it, we can put it through. It's really that simple, isn't it? The engine, I mean, we're producing. This facility is rated for a 1 megawatt engine. What we have here is 875,000 watts. We usually run anywhere from 600 to 700 kW. So it is very productive. But the biggest thing is keeping, as Mel said, keeping the product out of the landfill. One of the products we take comes from Henry County. The Henry County landfill actually had to close 15 to 20 years ahead of schedule because of high acid in the soil that was leaching into the wells in the area. Now, had that product had a place to go for 20 years, that landfill, for the last 15 to 20 years, it takes that long for it to leach. One of the worst things in the landfills is the methane. If they can keep the food items out, the landfills will stay open a lot longer than what they are now. And it's because in this area we don't have any landfills that have liners. That's incredibly expensive. Here we have clay. Well, the clay sometimes breaks down and it does leak. So that acid will eventually get into the soil. Our goal here is to take in the tank on the right, your COD, chemical oxygen demand, is one of the tests we do. That tells us, basically, it's kind of like a calorie count or the potential food power that's in that product. We'll maintain about a 200 to 250,000 COD in the acid-producing tank. After we put it into the digester, actually our digester now, I think the digestion process is designed for about, what, a 29-day? 21. We actually have our product in here 40 to 50 days. So, and you can tell that just by, you've got a 750,000 gallon tank, we're putting in 21,000 gallons a day. So it's just basic math. Now, this process is a gallon in, a gallon out. So our goal is to take that COD from 250,000 down to 50,000, which makes it not only safe to land apply, but very beneficial to the farmers. Now, you're kind of lucky here, because if you see the hose that's out through here, this is our lagoon back here. It's a 16 million gallon lagoon. This is basically a 6 million gallon a year facility. So it takes us 2.5 years to fill it. And it actually, they can pump it out in about 4 days. And they're land applying. When you guys leave here today, just a mile down the road and across, you'll see them land applying. The studies they did, we have this, everything we put into the lagoon is tested monthly for OSHA. And then before they land apply, that's sent to a lab. And the value of what's in there right now, it was determined that it's worth $250 an acre to the farmer. So, I mean, there are things like heavy metals, but what OSHA allows you, we're less than 5% of that total. So instead of it leaching into the wells, we're actually helping the fields, you know, for next year. And incredibly, I guess this is something that kind of blew me away. Everything we have in our lagoon out back can be applied to less than 400 acres of ground. So it's I guess that's in a nutshell what we're here for.